Hi there, this is Jackie with Jagco Yoga. Thank you for joining me for this Yoga Basics today. First and foremost, I would like to acknowledge my furry assistant yoga teacher here. He will likely be in and out of the shot today, so just like to point him out from the get-go. Today's session is going to be a fun one. What we're going to be focusing on today is the opportunity and potential of a posture that I think tends to intimidate people or might seem a little bit unapproachable when it actually is an awesome, awesome posture for heart opening, for sensation, and allowing yourself to find ease in it. So we're going to go through the steps of entering into it. As always, feel free to join me in this entire sensation or to find where you are for right here and right now. To start off this class today, we are going to find a comfortable seated position, whatever that means for you. It can be crisscross knees, maybe seated on a prop, whatever it is. And then allow yourself to find a drishti point, a point of unmoving, focused energy, an opportunity to just check in with your inner landscape. Allow your peripheral vision to go a little bit fuzzy and then begin to check in. See what your intention is today. Again, our intentions are moving from a sensation of I want into I intend and acknowledging what that means. So whatever that is for you today, go ahead and take 2 to 3 more breaths into that space. As you inhale, feel your lungs and body fill up with oxygen as your crown reaches high to the sky. As you exhale, settle into the sensation of that intention, what it will feel like to have that accomplished. One more. Biggest, deepest breath yet. Fill up your belly, fill up all the way to your fingers and toes. And then exhale. Drop your shoulders down your back, letting yourself find ease. Go ahead, let your eyes flutter open, bring a little bit more focus back into your gaze, and then curl over your ankles or sweep your legs around, meeting me in a tabletop position for our flow as we enter into Wild Thing today. So first and foremost, finding that tabletop position and allow yourself to begin to find some organic movements, whatever that might be for you today. You can wag your tail, you can move your hips in circles or figure eights, finding some nice elbow drops, hip wags, whatever it is. The only rule is to give yourself balance here to find the same amount of ease on each side. Now let your hands come directly underneath your shoulders, the knees directly underneath hips. Toes can be curled under or flat, whichever feels more stable or more comfortable for you today. And now let's begin to open up our heart space as well as our back by finding some cat-cows. As you inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, feel that stretch sensation on the front side of your body. As you exhale, press the mat away, coil your belly in, gaze goes towards your navel. 2 more, ride your breath, surf it out. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, opening up through that heart space. Exhale, press it away, coil it in. 1 more, biggest, deepest breath yet. Exhale, opens up the back of our heart space, curling it through. On our next inhale, we're going to walk our hands forward, palm width distance, just a little bit, and we're going to step it back into our plank pose. Always an opportunity to drop towards knees and find a connecting vinyasa. I have a video for that. I'll link it down below. Essentially, that just means we're meeting in down dog. So if you want to go straight there, go ahead, find down dog now. Or we can travel all the way to belly through knees or plank. Tops of our toes uncurl, pressing them down into the mat. Inhale, breath, pull that heart up and through for our Cobra Pose. And then exhale, release. On our inhale breath, we're going to press it up through plank or tabletop, and then let our hips travel high and back into our first downward facing dog. go ahead, find some organic movements here. Pedal out your feet, wag your tail, deep press into those fingertips, maybe take a deep bend into those knees, and then allow yourself to find this downward facing dog. Same elongating breath here. As you inhale, hips travel high to the sky. As you exhale, heels melt down towards the earth. As we enter into our setup for Wild Thing. First and foremost, we're going to roll forward into our plank pose. Use your core, engage your quads, your glutes here. Here's the strength. This is the posture we are going to find in sensation. Now pull those hips up and back. Use your belly, use those strong core muscles. And on an inhale breath, we're going to let our right leg travel high to the sky. Reach it tall, feel that stretch, anchor that right hand down just as much as the left, reaching through those right toes. Now find that plank sensation with this right foot elevated. As you exhale, we're going to roll it forward into our three-legged plank. Right foot is hovering in space. We feel nice and strong here, engaging those left quads, pressing the mat away. Now we're going to take our right foot and we're going to bring it right in alignment with our left knee. This is an awesome setup for a supported half plank. Or go ahead, flip that heart up and over and allow yourself to enter into our Wild Thing, reaching that right hand up and over, holding on for 3, 2, shine that heart a little bit more, hips go high for 1. Go ahead, come back through that three-legged dog, and then press back into three-legged down dog. Drop those feet towards the mat, neutral down dog, traveled a bit here. And then drop down to those knees, tabletop position, wiggle wobble it out. Organic movements, cat cow, maybe shoulder dip, little rotation, whatever it is that is calling to you. Permission to take it here as we begin to set up for second side. So finding that setup, walk those palms forward, step it back into our plank pose. As you exhale, come all the way to belly, connecting the vinyasa of your choosing. Tops of your toes press in. Inhale, breath. Pull that heart up and through. Exhale, release. Inhale, breath. Presses it high into our downward facing dog. Reach that breath here. Finding the strength, finding the potential, finding the opportunity. Use that exhale to settle. Inhale, breath, roll it forward, finding plank pose to start. Recognize this position, this sensation, this posture, and now pull those hips high and back. Exhale to settle. Now on our inhale breath, we're going to let our left leg reach high to the sky. Pressing down in that left hand just as much as the right, reaching for those left toes. And then as we exhale, we're going to roll it forward into our three-legged plank, feeling the strength, feeling the power, and then letting our left foot come back behind. First and foremost, setting up, we can find a supported plank, or we can open up all the way, running out of space in my living room studio, holding on here for 3. Shine that heart for 2. Lift those hips a little bit higher for 1. And then travel back through that three-legged plank. And then press those hips high and back, feet high, three-legged dog, traditional down dog. And then coming down to our tabletop. Letting whatever sensation go through your wiggle wobbles, organic movement, whatever it is. Shaking your head yes, shaking your head no. And then once you're ready, come on back to that nice, comfortable seated position and revel in this heart opener, this sensation. Letting your hands fall to where they're comfortable, maybe even bringing them to chest or pressing into each other at heart center. Drop your gaze and give yourself appreciation for trying something a little wild, enjoying that Wild Thing flow, allowing yourself the opportunity to try out something new. Whatever it is, give yourself honor in this intention, this space, right here, right now. Through this practice, through these basics, I would love to acknowledge the inner teacher and light within each of you. I appreciate you all showing up here, practicing with me, and finding your practice throughout this. Please know that the inner teacher and light within me so recognizes the inner teacher and light within each of you. And when we to say this, to bow our heads and say namaste. If you enjoyed this class today, this session, please consider giving me a thumbs up. If you are interested in any other yoga basics, 30 to 45-minute resets, or full 60-minute classes, consider subscribing. Lots of fun stuff on this channel. Check out my playlist. And also, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments or suggestions. Love hearing that. I'm happy to go through any of this. And again, this is Jackie with JagCo Yoga, and I appreciate you all being here today. Namaste.